I have had long-standing issues with fibroids and cysts, and I actually had some fibroids in my left breast that I had removed surgically. They grew back. I did some dietary things, they went away. So then when this, I thought cysts showed up in my right breast, I didn't pay much attention to it. I went and got a mammogram. They said, oh, we think it's a cyst, but it kept growing. And then when it started to pucker the skin, I thought, this looks like cancer. And I went and got a biopsy, and they said it is cancer. The good news is it's like the slowest growing kind. And the oncologist said, this is a very strange case. It looks like you have sort of what she called an old lady tumor. And of course, they recommended to me surgery, chemo, radiation, or I could do chemo, radiation, and surgery, or I could do radiation, surgery, and they talked about chemo and radiation cleansing the area. And of course, they wanted to take all the surrounding tissue and basically just lop off my breast and build me a new one, and then continue to give me chemo. And so when I challenged the oncologist, this is a true story, this just happened, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, I said, well, I won't do chemo. That's insane. And from what I've observed and all that I've read, I will go on the record saying this, I think most people don't die from cancer, they die from the cure from chemotherapy and radiation, which are carcinogens. And they're toxic, and I think it's just crazy. So I was like, I'm not doing that. And then after I said I refused to do it, she said, well, the kind of chemo that we would give you only has an 8% chance of working. I'm like, well, who stays in business with an 8% chance? Apparently they do.
Good. Yeah.
And then she got real quiet, and she said, well, actually, it's probably a hormone imbalance. And if you correct that, they shrink, or they stop growing, or they go away. So I shook her hand, I said thank you. Meantime, I told one of my friends who's a naturopath about this issue maybe 6 months prior. And he had said to me, Beth, you should go to find a photon genius. There's a center in Arizona.
A practitioner told you?
Yes.
Wow.
It turns out he bought one, and he has the photon genius in his naturopath clinic in Louisiana. And he said, I have seen every kind of issue resolved for people. And he said, some women just come in to remove their cellulite. They come in 3 times a week.
Veins.
Yeah, and they have these beautiful legs now, right? And he kept urging me to do it. And I looked at and I thought, this can't be. I feel so excited that I'm on a healing path, and that the photon genius is correcting my adrenals and my kidneys and my liver, and helping the healthy microbes work with the cells and the electrolytes, and how all those systems work to really truly cleanse me from head to toe.
Yeah.
Well, what I've noticed is the tissue that was very red has receded. Underneath, I could see where the tumors under my skin, it started to grow dark, like it looks like it's healing. The sides of the tumor are now soft. And I'm having pain, as if a healing pain, like if a scar were healing. And I have had no pain in the area. So when I called my friend Jerry, who has the machine, he said, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. It means your immune system's attacking it now. It's recognizing it. So I am, I feel so relieved, because my instinct was my body created this so it can solve this. I'm just so grateful to you that this exists, that you took a risk, that you had the courage to open a business, so make it available. And I'm so grateful to Ed Skilling. May he rest in peace, because he has saved thousands of people's lives without them having to have surgery or radiation or chemotherapy, without them being poisoned by the cure.
Right. Yeah.
And not only have they healed from their ailment that was diagnosed, they've had all these other benefits, more energy and focus, right? I noticed my thinking has become so much clearer, and my eyesight's gotten better in a week. I'm just so very glad I've had the courage to listen to my own heart, which I think is what, for me personally, this healing issue was about, is I hadn't been listening to my heart, and I've been giving my power away to other people. And thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Appreciate you a lot.